Hello, beautiful souls. How are you all doing? I really do hope you're all doing well. Oh, sorry. Let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me okay. I'm going to burn some much needed Palo Santo. The sage has been making my allergies even worse. So here's some Palo Santo for all you guys. I don't know why it just, I don't know if everyone's able to. I know they changed the chat. These platforms are forever changing their shit. So I don't know, but I hope you guys can hear me well. There you go, Tasha. Okay. So how are you guys doing for real? It's been really, really crazy. Oh, that's right, Tasha. Happy birthday. Happy new moon birthday. It's been some really heavy energy. The last circle, which was the full moon, I did not make it. Um, I've been going through a lot of shit, like emotionally, mentally, and I have the tools that I've always gotten through these things, but it just seems like everything is overwhelming right now. So usually before the circles, I connect to the collective energy and I kind of check in for any messages. That's awesome, Tasha. Last night in Patreon, we did I can't remember, vision board. That's what's kind of hanging there. So if you're going through a hard time right now, emotionally, mentally, I do have a global crisis link in the description. Please, please, please talk to someone, get help if you need it. I've been feeling for quite some time. If you've been following me, I've been saying that something big is going to happen. And of course, I don't know the time frame, but it feels like it's getting more and more intense. So something big is going to happen. Is it good? Is it bad? It is what it is. It depends, I guess, how we respond to it. But it's very heavy energy. And if you're sensitive, you're picking up on this collective energy. I had to like disconnect from the energy because I never have anxiety. I let me rephrase that. I was always able, whether it was like a depression phase, an awakening phase, anxiety phase, I was always able to get a grip on it. And it seems like right now, I just can't. So I hired a mindset coach. I'm seeing a therapist now. I need to make sure that my mental health, like all of us, is in tip-top shape. Otherwise, we're of no use to anyone. So especially if you're sensitive and you're picking up on the collective energy, the heaviness in your chest, closing in your like throat, it feels like your throat's closing, or a lot of third eye and crown chakra energy is going on. So it's like really, I don't even know how to put it into words other than overwhelming. That's the only word I can come up with is just overwhelming. Overwhelming emotions, overwhelming feelings, a lot of past memories or dreams are coming up. There's a lot of clearing going on and it's overwhelming. So just know that we are all in this together. And as fucked up as we may be right now, if you're going through, if you got a grip on everything, good for you. But if you're not, just know that you're not alone. Even if you are doing good, know that you're not alone. And that the reason I started my Facebook group and this channel was to create a community where people can connect with each other. And eventually, one day, everyone's going to connect in the way that I see the vision. But just know that there are people out there, even if you don't physically know them. It could be online people that you just connect with. Bond with your tribe, because right now you need your tribe, especially if you're feeling alone. You are not alone. It is just a clearing that's going on. Um, we're just going through some massive changes, and it's nothing like humanity has ever experienced before. So we don't know how to respond. We don't know how to react. We don't even know what the hell to do. So hang in there. But big changes are coming. Now, on the 21st of this month is the summer solstice. And another intense energy vortex. Um, what's the word that I'm looking for? Portal. Kind of like a portal. It's just an intense energy that's going to take us to the next level. So remember, you got to feel it to heal it. And I know I'm feeling it. So there's a lot of healing going on. And it's also a time for everyone to speak up. If something doesn't vibe right with you, speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up because you may be threatened with like consequences or you're afraid. Now is not the time to make decisions and choices out of fear. Now is the time to embrace your power and stand up for what you believe is right and true to you. And no one can tell you what that is except for you. Only you know that. Okay? So I just want to really stress that we can get through this, that we need to stick together and stand together. It's really, really important. So if you're new to the circle on my channel, welcome. My name is Anne Marie, and usually I forget to introduce myself, assuming that everybody knows who I am. So I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. Pick the card you're drawn to, and that is the message that you need to hear. All 3 decks will resonate with each other. So there's always going to be something that you can connect with because it is a collective energy. But the deck that you're drawn to or the card that you choose is like the hidden message. So my intention is that missing piece to bring this like clarity or maybe a change in perspective or an aha moment. There was something else I wanted to say and I completely like just, it came in and it disappeared. Whatever. I guess it wasn't that important. Oh no, actually it was. I'm going to do the meditation separately. I'm going to do a separate video for the meditation because I want to do a longer meditation and the videos tend to get like too long. So tonight I'm just going to do the reading, and probably tomorrow, because I would like to be in a good space when I do a healing meditation, which is why I have been I have not been doing meditations or the last circle, because the last thing I want to do is pass on some shit energy onto you guys. So I will be doing the meditation tomorrow. So look for that. I'm probably not going to do it live because we've been getting a lot of storms and the internet's been going in and out. I did record an inner child's meditation. It was like a half-hour meditation. And of course, the audio did not record. So I have like 32 minutes of nothing. So that was fun. No, I didn't have a breakdown from that. I handled it very well for somebody who put a lot of time and effort into something and got nothing back. But it is what it is. So whatever the universe wants us to do meditation-wise, we'll do. but it definitely will be a healing meditation. So tonight's reading, the energy of the two cards that came up is safe home protection, and the number is 39, and 9 and 3 is 12. 12 is a master number, and 1 and 2 is 3. I always see 3 as community. I apologize. My allergies are like really bad. This is a new area to me, and it's just killing me. So the number 3 is community, tribe. That's how I see it. Coming together, opportunities. And the next card is best possible decision, which is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is completion. So kind of goes with the energy that we're in. We're doing karmic completion, a lot of healing. We're ending old generational cycles, old past lifetime cycles, and we're heading in a new direction. We're all at a crossroad, basically. So something is ending, something is beginning, but know that you are protected. You and your loved ones are protected. And I know there's a lot in the US here. There's a lot of crazy ass storms. So if you are in those areas that are getting hit with a lot of tornadoes, we are all sending you an abundance of love, light, protection, but know that you are protected. Your well-being and your life are the only things that cannot be replaced. So just remember that. I live in a hurricane state. I know what it's like to lose shit. I've been through several major hurricanes. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the 3 cards. This is deck number 1. If you're drawn to this card, you are deck number 1. This is deck number 2. If you're drawn to this card, you are deck number 2. And this is deck number 3. If you are drawn to this card, you are deck number 3. So if you can type in, sorry guys, what deck you pick, so I know. I'm going to repeat them one more time, but I want to make sure everyone has a chance to see them. So deck number 1, deck number 2, hi Lucy, and deck number 3. So my intention for these decks was to cover everything and anything that needs our attention, that needs healing, that needs to be addressed right now. So if you picked this card, you are deck number 1, and I forgot to write down the timestamp. Shoot. Okay, so let's do 12:50. Okay, so now I'm going back to, oh shit. It's very hard to hold heart-shaped cards. Okay, so this is deck number 1, and I'm going to write down timestamp. This way, those of you watching the replay, or if you want to rewatch it, you can just click to whatever deck it is, and you don't have to sit there. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Avery. Yeah, Lynn, I know some people are having a hard time with the chat. I know I usually put it on my phone to make sure that it's streaming right. And I keep getting like live chat has moved, and I don't know. As long as you get the messages that you need to hear, it doesn't matter. Okay, so your message here is manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So it looks like deck number 1 is in for some big changes. So let's start with the chakras, which it would be. You have the heart chakra, forgiveness. Hey, Mare. Sacral chakra, and your third eye chakra. So first we're going to start with the heart chakra. Okay, so there's been a lot of healing and a lot of letting go for deck number one. I feel like some of, if it resonates, great. If not, then it's not meant for you. Remember, this is a collective reading. But I feel like for some of you, deck number one is having a lot of anxiety, like heaviness in your chest. I also feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up, like an emotional roller coaster, like that overwhelming feeling. That's the feeling I'm getting. But there's a lot of expansion going on. And what you're feeling in your chest, I feel like is your heart chakra opening. I also feel like you're in a position of, how can I put this into words? Standing your ground, like not putting up with shit. Like your tolerance to bullshit is that's it. You don't even have it anymore. It's like non-existent for you. Like you have zero tolerance for bullshit. Like if it doesn't feel right, you don't give a shit. That's the feeling I'm getting, which is great because there's a lot of healing that took place. I don't feel like it's so much forgiveness, but it's more of acceptance. So you're learning to accept. Oh, good, baby boo Grace. You're learning to accept what already happened, like what was. You're also accepting the people around you. I feel like there's certain people in your life, you've learned to accept them for who they are, that they may or may not change, and you just accept them, but you don't just give your energy away to these people. Like you're not, oh, it's so hard to put into words. You don't exhaust your energy trying to like please them or make them comfortable or, hey, Kyra. Oh, really? Oh, that's weird. Like I said, they're changing stuff. I couldn't even advise you on. Even though I'm on YouTube over a year, I still have no idea how most of this shit works. I just press record. So I feel like there's a lot of the heart stuff. I'm glad you're here, Kyra. I really am. I don't know where Judy is, but she's floating around somewhere. Now we have the crown chakra. This, I feel like there is a lot of pressure in your head. So maybe migraines, headaches, just a lot of pressure in your head. But maybe it's your gift, or maybe this is something new that's coming in, like getting visions, like seeing things before they happen, like premonitions. I feel like this is kind of new to some of you. I don't know. I just got this weird feeling like, what the hell? Like, it's something you're not used to, but it's getting stronger and stronger. So this is definitely a gift. I also feel like that there is some kind of communication, whether it's angelic communication, loved ones, galactic communication to other dimensions, especially at night, like just when you're falling asleep or just when you're waking up, you find yourself like in this conversation, like some kind of communication that's going on. You've also learned to embrace your truth. So you have, and that was part of your heart chakra healing, what is true to you and not forced to believe just to fit in or be accepted. Like you're standing in your own truth. You're getting a lot of clarity about what really is in your world, and you're seeing beyond illusions, beyond what you were told to believe or see or even be. Then we have the sacral chakra. Now you have the full chakra. So this is where you're holding a lot of your energy. So for some of you, you may be having, and I feel like I say this every reading, stomach issues, digestive issues, menstrual issues, even lower back. For some, I feel like there's some lower back issues. Something like with bending, or either someone just hurt their back recently, like bending or squatting, and like your back may have gone out, something like that. The sacral chakra governs emotion, sexual energy, and creativity. So this kind of goes with the emotional roller coaster shit. But it's also embracing your, I don't want to say sexuality, it's more like sensuality, like being able to express yourself in like creative ways and honoring yourself, if that makes sense. Like this is something that was either prohibited as a child or suppressed, or it's just something that you were not allowed to express or even think of, and now you're learning to embrace it and be okay with that. So this is a big thing. Deck number one has done massive, massive healing. And even if you feel like you're going through, like, you feel like me, like you're a train wreck right now, just know there's a lot of healing that already has taken place. So this is that shift that needs to happen in order for you to change your reality, change your world, where your heart and your world are going to align. Because I feel like you may be seeing an imbalance in everything, like the way you feel and what you see in your world is off, like something's just off. So if you're going through a hard time right now, it's more of that shift taking place. It's like the universe is pushing you out of your own way. And when the universe pushes you, it kicks your ass. You have triumph success, positive movement forward, choose wisely, emotional loss, and solar plexus. Now, these two cards feel very strong. These two cards feel like they go together. So the solar plexus governs your power, your confidence, that sense of security. It is also the chakra where we tend to hold a lot of emotional trauma cords, like those cords that we connect to people. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is definitely like the feeling. Like just by saying what you're saying, Grace, is the feeling of big changes. So I feel like there's a lot of, whether you're doing cord cutting or you just learn to disconnect people from your life, however you do it. I mean, cord cutting is cord cutting. Basically, cord cutting is disconnecting your energy from someone or something. And I feel like this is the loss that you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little empty. Maybe you're feeling lonely because you disconnected from toxic people and situations. And this would make sense, Grace, like in your case, disconnecting from toxic people, toxic situations. When you do cord cutting, you still feel a loss because it's, even though it's toxic and it's draining, it's still a part of your energy body. So when you disconnect from something, you have this space, this open space to allow something new. But because we're human, we feel that empty space as a loss, like something is missing. So just know that there's nothing missing. It's just that it's like your validation that you've disconnected from these toxic people and situations. You're also at a crossroad. So I don't want to say that you're being tested, but it's as if some old behaviors and patterns, maybe in um, the disguise of people or situations, might show up for you. And it's really to let you know that you're aware of it, so you have the choice. You're not in that like autopilot zone that you're not aware of the choices you're making and the outcomes and things like that. Like you're very, very aware. So some old stuff may be showing up as people or experiences, but it's old behaviors and old patterns. And it's not a test, it's more of a validation how far you've come. So it depends how you want to look at that. I also feel like for some of you that even though you have positive movement forward and you have the choose wisely that you're at a crossroad, some of you I feel like there's a move taking place. Like a big change, either changing the state, um, or even changing your county would be a big move. Like just moving to a place that is unknown really to you, where you're leaving your comfort zone. If you're actually not moving, it could also be the metaphor of moving beyond your comfort zone. So your angels, and this is about your choice. This is about the crossroad that you're on. It says trust, wait, and ask help from others. This is really, really important because right now I feel like a lot of people might feel alone or lonely. And yet, there's something in human conditioning that has us believing it's weak to ask the help, even though we are genetically wired to be in like communities and tribes and like work together, which always, I don't know, it was probably part of the conditioning. Anyway, it doesn't make you weak to ask for help. It doesn't make you weak to ask for more information or just guidance. It doesn't mean that you have to take someone's advice outside of you, but you need to trust your own guidance. Sometimes getting a different perspective from outside of you helps you see something a little bit different that gives you the confidence in the choices you make. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to rethink how I said it and I out the door. You have adjustments are required and balance spirituality and practicality. So I feel like this is where you are. Pisces is also, for some reason, like the Pisces stood out to me. Yeah, see, I'm just going to call you Grace because I'm assuming that may be your name. Maybe you're using Grace's name. I don't know. But see, that is okay. So back to the solar plexus. This is I am worthy. So that feeling kind of corresponds with this chakra. This chakra is I am worthy. So obviously, if you're feeling undeserving of it, and this also represents guilt. So there may be a lot of guilt that you're working through as well. And guilt is a little bastard. because guilt makes you feel like you don't deserve something because you did something wrong, or however you're perceiving the situation. Adjustments are required. So go with the flow. That's the feeling I'm getting. Go with the flow. Don't try to plan. None of us can plan anything right now because it's a shit show out there. We don't know what's going on, how it's going to pan out, what direction it's going to go in. So we all have to be very, very fluid right now and flexible, and just kind of go with the waves of craziness that's going on. That's basically the only thing that I can put into words. So don't overthink, because your third eye chakra is also overthinking. So don't overthink everything. You're going to have to trust your gut. The same area that's making you feel unworthy. So this is a tough one when you're dealing with the solar plexus, because that's where your intuition is, and it's also where your worthiness is. So if you don't feel worthy and deserving, you're not really going to trust your intuition. And that's really, really important right now. Because as you can see globally, anything outside of us is just, it really is an illusion. It's bullshit, it's nonsense, it's bickering, it's distractions, it's not even real. It changes like the wind direction. It's not something that you can trust. The only one you can trust is you. And if you're having an issue with worthiness and trusting yourself, then that's the major lesson right now, is for you to just know that you're not alone. There are people outside of you that will help, that will guide you, but the answers you're looking for are already there. So it's really about changing your perspective. And if you see the card, it's see it. So it's about changing your perspective or the way you're looking at something. Now, let's see, relationship wise. I did pull the twin flame deck. So you have codependency, forgiving and learning, and honeymoon. So the honeymoon, I feel like, are those that are in relationships that you are happy, truly happy, not bullshit happy, not it's a financial security happy, not because, well, there's no one else out there and I got to suck it up. Truly happy. The honeymoon is enjoy the bliss of this special time together. So I feel like if you are in a happy relationship, you may be going through some shit as a couple. However, it's going to bring you guys closer. Um, it's going to bond you both even more to each other. So just go with the flow of it. It's not like there's anything wrong with the relationship. It is a shift that has taken place individually and as a couple. So just hang in there. Those of you who are single, I feel like there are a couple of issues that need to be healed. One is the codependency, right? Thinking that this says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So addiction is a distraction, right? I don't want to feel something. An addiction could be anything. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be shopping, it could be food, TV, binge watching Netflix. Addictions are anything and everything, and those are distractions, right? So if you don't want to deal with what you're feeling, you become codependent on an addiction. Being in a relationship, the need to be in a relationship to validate your own self-worth is an addiction, right? So there are codependency issues that you're working through right now. It's not that you're not going to meet someone. It's not like you're meant to be alone. It's that right now, the feeling I'm getting is you need to be healthy within yourself to attract a healthy relationship. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. So remember, your first card that came out was forgiveness, right? Forgiving and learning. Codependency. I feel like this is more of not just forgiving, but accepting yourself. It's more about accepting yourself and forgiving yourself, especially if you're going through like a healing with addiction or just anything. Um, it is what it is. You know, it brought you to this moment. It made you who you are right now. You've grown. You're stronger. You see the world differently. You see yourself differently. That experience, as shitty as it might make you feel, is actually a blessing for your gift back to the world. So the sooner you can see that, the easier it's going to be to heal this. Now, your spirit animal that's around you right now is the sea otter, which is happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So that really sums up your whole reading. Surrender. Just go with the flow of things. Let go. Work on your self-worth and your self-love. Don't overthink shit. Release expectations. I always say that Buddha saying, um, how does it go? Attachment is, oh shit, I can't remember. It just went in. Something about attachment. Attachment is, oh God, if you remember, if you guys know, say it in the chat. I can't remember. Oh, the root of suffering is attachment, which is true. Because when we attach to something and it doesn't happen, we suffer, right? So it's better not to attach to, and it's hard. I know it's hard. But I guess that's what this lesson is right now for us to learn, right? So deck number 1, I hope that resonated with you. And now we are going to move on to deck number 2. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So you can see like a theme already with the decks. Go with the flow, release expectations, don't resist change. Easier said. I know. Okay, let's do your chakras. So you have throat chakra, solar plexus, and root chakra. So deck number 2. This card made me feel fear. Oh, good. I am glad. Fear. So maybe right now fear is dictating your choices because you got the choice card. So you're at a crossroad. Then you have the self-expression card. So I know this is easier said, and I don't mean to say it like, oh, it's so simple. I don't mean it that way. I'm just communicating the messages. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to express yourself, to voice your opinion, to express your uniqueness. Don't be afraid to be assertive either. Don't be afraid to stand your ground, because I feel like you're at a crossroad, and right now fear is dictating your choices. Um, for some, I feel like this won't resonate with everyone, but you could be in a relationship where you're afraid to move on from the relationship because of financial reasons, which is usually the main reason. Or maybe you feel like you can't make it on your own, or what would you do, or you'll be alone, or that's like an example. And I feel like that might resonate with someone because I feel that like really strong. So it's someone. Don't let that fear dictate who you really are. Don't let that fear make you repeat a pattern that you're already aware of. So I hope that makes sense. You have rest and rejuvenate. So this card always to me feels like there is a little trip coming up for you. Either you're going away overnight for the weekend, or maybe like a day trip. Like for some, I feel like you're going on like either a pilgrimage, a spiritual retreat, or you're thinking about going on a spiritual retreat. I feel like for some of you, you feel really, really strong. You just need to get away. So get away. Something inside you is pushing you to take this breather, take this break, take this alone time. You it feels like you need to disconnect from all the chaos that is around you. So don't be afraid to get up and go. Um, and if you have to, don't be afraid to go alone if that's what you need to. If you look, I don't know why I keep feeling like someone's looking to go on a retreat or something like that. You'll find it. You'll find your place. You're going to find your tribe, but don't be afraid to do it alone, because the people around you right now might not be in the same energy as you. So it won't be the same experience as if you're around people who you really vibe and resonate with. So just keep that in mind. You have the power card, the waiting game, sacral chakra, disconnect and boredom. You got a shit ton of cards here. Patience, foundations and achievements, and third eye. So you got half the deck here, deck number 2. Okay, so we covered the retreat. This goes back to this like either relationship or situation that you're in that you're putting off making a choice out of fear. That feels so strong. Like you're waiting for this right moment to, I'll do it, but I need to wait for this to happen or that to happen, or I need a sign, or because you have the power chakra. So, and especially because you have this sacral chakra, which is you. It feels like the emotional roller coaster that we're so far came up in deck number 1 too. How can I put this into words? Hang on, let me find a way to explain this. Emotions, especially low vibing emotions. Emotions aren't bad, but I don't even want to say negative emotions because they're not. I don't mean negative as a bad thing, but we'll call it low vibing emotions like fear. Um, these emotions are really dictating your life right now. You're letting your emotions get the best of you. And I can totally relate to this because I'm a hot mess myself right now. So I can relate to that. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Don't justify them. Don't validate them. Don't give them any other energy other than acknowledging that they're there, and make the choice that feels right to you. Not because you're feeling afraid or that you're feeling unworthy or undeserving. Because this card, this chakra is I deserve. Um, it's like your desires, your sacral chakra. So it feels like that you're in this inner battle between wanting but not believing you deserve it. And the fear is kind of taking over. Um, Either way, the outcome, you have the patience card. So that means you're moving through this. You also have dis, disconnect and boredom. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't like say the word. This is going to be your rock bottom. This is going to be the catalyst to you making the change, getting fed up and doing it. That's the cycle that you're in right now. So the universe is pushing you out of your own way. And I think I said that with deck number 1 too. But there's a lot of opportunities around you, especially when it comes to either career, business, money, something like that. I feel like it's more like an idea that you have that you're going to share with someone. And even though you are unsure about this idea, there is someone that is going to help you manifest this idea. So don't dismiss this inspiration, vision, idea, whatever that is. Don't dismiss it, because there are, and I feel like it's more than one person. There are people around you that will support you and help you get to the manifestation of this idea. So you have don't stop, romance, and yes. So because that has the romance and yes, okay, so love and money feel the same energy to me. So take it as it resonates. If you are not interested in a relationship, then this has to do with like career, business, money. If you are interested in a relationship, um, then obviously it's love. But in this case, you guys have both. You have finances and career. Keep an open mind and express your love. So if you met someone recently, I feel like this person, there's something about them, but it's not your type. They're not your type, but there's something about them that you're very drawn to. This is where the keep an open mind is, because this person is someone that's very, very going to be very special in your life. Um, I feel like there's a lot of growth with this person. Definitely some kind of soul depth relationship. But right now, I don't know. I just feel like for some of you, you're not sure. Now, if you did not meet this person yet, I feel like something unexpected in a group. You're going to meet someone in like a group setting, and there's going to be something about this person that you're very drawn to, and yet they're not your typical type by the way they either look or what they do for a living. There's just something about them that is so completely different than who you would normally be attracted to. But there's something about them. So if you've met them already, keep an open mind. If you did not meet them yet, trust your gut when you feel that you need to go somewhere. Or if you where's that card? You might meet someone if you decide to go on some kind of trip or spiritual retreat, which, you know, you're going on to, like, if you're going to explore your spirituality, you might not necessarily want to meet someone who's exploring their spirituality, because it's kind of a new area to the both of you. Either way, keep an open mind. Then you have express your love. So I feel like this one says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it could be that you're waiting for this person to either contact you or make the first move, or you're not really sure how to approach this person because you're kind of not really sure what this is, because there's something about them and then there's something uncommon about them. So once again, follow your intuition. If a question comes up or there's something you want to text them that they know something, just do it. Just do something spontaneous that you feel in that moment, and do not overthink it. Then finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I feel like everybody is dealing with financial shit because of the way shit's going. But I strongly feel there's no need to worry about finances. Educate yourself on different options. But I don't feel like that what you're stressing over is really an issue. It's something that doesn't exist yet. It's a future issue if something goes wrong, or if this happens, or right now in this moment everything is fine. And just stay in the moment. But I do feel like educate yourself on different options. Like when it comes to, I'm not giving financial advice at all, believe me, but I just feel that you may want to educate yourself on different investment options, different financial options. Just educate yourself with that, because I feel like this could be a game changer for you. Doing something different, you have a chance to, it feels like make a lot of money. That's what it feels like. So just educate yourself when it comes to money, and you trust your gut, and you're going to be surprised at the results. You have meditate and contemplate, a time to give rather than take. Don't let your past hold you back, and surrender to the divine. Okay, so don't let your past hold you back is pretty much self-explanatory, right? Your card said don't resist change, remember? Go with the flow. Don't create unnecessary stress. You will be surprised where it leads. Just let this shit go. A time to give rather than take stands out to me because I feel like for some of you, either I keep feeling something like with a nonprofit or some kind of foundation, something where maybe you have an idea in starting a foundation for helping battered women or something like that. I feel like this is the right time to start this, and don't know. I keep feeling like don't overthink it. You're overthinking something. You're overanalyzing and over planning it. Just follow the cause that your heart is going after, and everything else will fall into place. But do educate yourself, especially when it comes to finances. Now, your spirit animal is the sea turtle, which is protection. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So the first card and the last card are both about going with the flow, not resisting changes. And just hang in there and you will succeed. You have everything you need. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. First and last card. So that's a really good validation. So even though it feels like everything is like wishy-washy, confusing, or out of control, just know that you are definitely on the right path. You're doing the right thing, and big changes are headed your way as long as you just, I mean, it's going to happen either way, but going with the flow is going to make it easier. Stressing about it is just going to cause more stress. And the outcome is going to be the outcome. And then you're going to be like, oh, what was I stressed over? I know, easier said. Okay, deck number 2. I hope that resonated with you. And now we're moving on to deck number 3. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. I feel like this is inner child. Deck number 3 may be taking shit a little too seriously. So have fun. Do something that you used to love to do as a kid, whether it's like jumping in puddles or playing in the rain or making mud pies or sand castles. Do something you enjoy doing as a kid and have fun. Don't take, especially now. Right now, we cannot take anything seriously because it is a shit show. You have to laugh at the chaos and the craziness that's going on right now, because if you don't, you will crack up. So learn to laugh. Even if it's watching funny shows that make you laugh. Okay, you have your sacral chakra, throat chakra, solar plexus. So first we're going to start with the throat chakra. Okay, so I feel like for some, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but either you're losing your voice, you have like, I kind of feel like my throat is closing. So I don't know what that would be like. Almost like I can't swallow. Like my throat is swollen. Like there's something like a lump in my throat. I don't know. The throat chakra is how you express yourself verbally, energetically, physically, it's how you communicate, it's your vibration. It's every thought has a vibration, and your throat chakra communicates this vibration into the universe, and the universe matches the vibration, right? So the law of attraction, like attracts like, it comes from your throat chakra. So I feel like you hold a lot of energy in your throat chakra, and you suppress a lot of things that you want to say or how you want to express yourself. You're not really comfortable with being vulnerable and being I want to say transparent. I don't know why that's not the feeling I got, but that's the word that came in, being transparent. Like don't be afraid of your dark side, your shadow side. It's part of who you are, you know. And not everything's unicorns and rainbows, so you don't have to pretend that they are. You know, you're allowed to be a mess and express yourself when you are a mess. You're allowed to have a dark side and express that dark side in in a healthy way. Okay, I'm not saying like go and beat everyone over the head, but it's more about you learning to be comfortable with who you are. The throat chakra here is 29, and 2 and 9 is 11. Digestive, interesting, Kyra. The solar plexus and the sacral chakra is your stomach, your upper stomach, your lower stomach. Upper stomach, lower stomach. This is also digestive issues, menstrual issues, obviously, because it's in that area. Gallbladder, liver, kidneys. It's around, you know, everything that governs those areas. That's what these two chakras do. So if you're having digestive issues, that is also where you, okay, so you have your throat chakra, right? This is expressing yourself. This is you being comfortable communicating who you are and who you really want to be. Then you have desire and self-esteem. So these are the blocks. And this is where you're holding the energy. So you may be holding a lot of energy in your throat chakra, but the cause of that blocked energy is not feeling deserving and not feeling worthy, which I also feel like, you know, if you didn't do like a vision board, like tonight is a good time to do it. If you don't want to do a vision board, write affirmations down, set some kind of intention, because I feel like you don't, I almost want to say solidify, but I don't know if that's the word. Um, your goals, your desires, you have them here, but writing something down makes it so. That's why it's called spelling, right? I think you putting down your true desires, your goals, what you really want down in writing, whether it's journaling, making a vision board, writing them as affirmations, is going to validate this for you, like make it a little bit more real outside of your thinking. The self-esteem, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's your self-worth, your self-love, your confidence, your sense of security. Um, it can also be, on the flip side, guilt, um, pride, some forms of resentment. It depends, because resentment's really like the root chakra, but it depends what level, because like emotions are very bizarre. You could be mad, but there's different levels of being mad, right? So same thing with all the emotions. Hot flashes, yeah, that would go with the menstrual issues if you're going through like menopause. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not a picnic, but eventually they go away. Eventually they go away and pop up every once in a while, and you're like, what the hell? But, you know, I guess it's a part of the cycle, right? But see, this also has to do with setting your goals and your desires. So maybe writing them down may ease the energy in this area. Not that I'm saying writing your goals is going to get rid of like your menopause symptoms or your hot flashes, but you're working with that same energy. So maybe if you find a way to creatively work with that energy, you'll figure it out. You have an inner healer. We all have an inner healer. So let your inner healer come out and do whatever it needs to do. You two have a lot of cards. Okay, let's see. Half the deck. Rejoice in celebration. New beginnings. Intuition. Transformation. Hope. Look at this shit. Throat chakra. Moving on. And spiritual union. So we're going to see spiritual union for last. Moving on. So once again, because it's a collective reading, it could be metaphorically that you're moving past some old shit, or you're actually moving, or maybe you just moved. Maybe you just moved somewhere new, and you're having a hard time finding your place in this new space. It's giving you the opportunity, because no one knows you, to express this new version of you. And in the other sense, old ways might kind of like slither in and be like, no, this is how you have to be. So if that makes sense, this move, this not fitting in, is giving you the opportunity to invent a new version of you. Hope, transformation. So I feel like these two cards, you went through an intense transformation. So you probably, maybe you're still in it, you're still going through like the cycle of the transformation, but there is the light. It is, here's your zero new beginnings. It's come to an end. You completed this cycle. So you're in a new beginning. Intuition. This is you I feel like you're having a hard time trusting yourself. Like you would take someone's advice over your own intuition, which, well, I mean, a lot of us do until we start healing those aspects of ourselves. We would always trust an outside source before we like trust our own intuition. But I feel like this is part of your transformation. So it's like you're being forced to trust your intuition. And maybe that's why you don't feel like you fit in right now, or maybe you feel lonely, and you have no people. But that's all changing. Here's the number 3, rejoice in celebration, and spiritual union. So if you let's go to the twin flame cards. Very soon, calling in soulmate, attraction, and passion. So if you are in a relationship, and remember, when I say you're in a relationship, truly a happy relationship. Every relationship has its ups and downs. And just like the other deck where I said, there may be like some kind of fluctuation in the relationship. If you truly are happy and you're not in a relationship for codependent reasons or insecurity or fear or things like that, then this relationship is loaded with passion and growth, and the bond between the two of you will strengthen. However, if you are single, if you did not meet someone yet, you will meet them very, very soon. And this, it's interesting because remember I said set your goals, right? It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So maybe write down, it doesn't have to be a specific person. Don't attach to a specific person, but write down the qualities that you want in this person. Um, be open. Don't say you want 6'3" and then you get someone who's 5'9". Like, don't attach to the superficial shit. But really what you truly want in a relationship, companion, whatever you want to call this person. But it's important for you to decide what it is that you want, because there is someone, if you didn't meet them yet, you are going to meet them very, very soon. The passion card, I feel like, has to do with people that are in a relationship already. Not that if you're not in a relation, like you are not in a relationship and you're going to meet someone, you're not going to have passion. But this is like now. This is like a passionate relationship. Allow your heart to sing. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So whether you're in a relationship or not, deck number 3 is in some kind of soul relationship. You will be, or you already are in one. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And then you have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So it's really, really important that you clarify, you write down what it is that you want if you're looking for a relationship. Okay, remember, this really has to do a lot with relationship. I don't feel like business, money. This is relationship shit. And when I saw this card, I knew this deck was going to be about relationship, even though this has nothing to do with it. It just had that feeling. Okay. This is what I feel like for people that are in a relationship. Reconsider. So if you're getting frustrated and you're like, oh, I don't know, like whatever it is, let this cycle go through the changes that need to take place. Just go through the changes that need to take place, because the situation will improve. And get more information. This one, I feel like this has to do with I don't know why I feel like somebody's either looking at like going to school for something, or a certification in something, or investing in something. This feels like it has to do with like business and money. There's something that's been, I almost want to say nagging you, that's been like constantly trickling in your thoughts. maybe even your dreams and visions. Just explore it, because I feel like that there's something big in this. There's something very satisfying about this financially. So explore that. Get more information with that. Bring love into the situation. The answers you need are coming. A personal issue reaches resolution. Luck is on your side. And believe in the impossible. This whole reading for this deck, I have such bad pains in my ribs. I feel like I broke my ribs. I don't know if someone hurt their ribs or their, and it's my right side. It's like from my back around. It's just crazy because it's making me, I can't get comfortable. It's just bothering me. And it was just when I started reading this deck. Believe in the impossible. Luck is on your side. To get more information. That's what I feel like this has to do with. A personal issue reaches resolution, and the answers you need are coming. And you have quite a few signs in this deck. You got Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, and Aquarius. Very interesting. Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, and Aquarius. I don't know why those signs just stood out to me. So maybe they mean something to you. Your spirit animal is the raccoon, the inventor. See, I'm telling you, that's to get more information. Inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. I think I said that right. I don't know, maybe not. Oh God, that's where I feel it, Tasha. It's so annoying. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Sorry, guys, not familiar with the word. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. I don't know why the avoid the being the trickster and practice integrity stands out to me. It's like you're learning a different way of doing something. Like maybe like when it comes to business, especially marketing, there's so much like bullshit out there. That's misleading. You know, everyone's a professional something, selling some kind of course, and a lot of it is just bullshit. But whatever it is that you are, that's coming up for you, that's like an idea or inspiration, it's something that you really need to explore. And deck number 3, it's really, really important that you write down your goals and you really get clear about what you want right now, like tonight. It's a new moon, it's setting intentions. This is the energy that is perfect for setting goals and desires and whatever it is that you want. Don't do it tomorrow, do it now. It's really, really important because it feels like your whole shift that's taking place is really based upon you being clear about what it is that you want. And you can't just think it. You have to like write it down and pour your heart out to whatever you start writing. And the clearer you become, the faster it's going to manifest. So deck number 3, I hope that helped you and it resonated with you. Tasha, I hope your ribs feel better, your rib, whatever it is. I don't know what this is, or if you're picking up the same thing I'm picking up. I don't know, but if someone like broke their ribs, I'm sending you healing love and light. It's very, very painful. I know. I've broken my ribs, but the other side, not the side that bothers me. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Stay tuned for the meditation. I will definitely try to get it out by tomorrow. And it's definitely going to be a healing meditation. So I want to keep it in the new moon energy, the new moon solstice type energy. So within the next day or two, I will definitely get it out. Have an amazing night. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you again really soon. Good night.